What is going on, everyone? My name's Boy, and I'm back with some loading into the Titans of Ages action. Spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as said his name is KnorrsBR. His partner today in the green color, playing as Zeus. It's harassments first. Together they make up KnorrsSmile, so everyone's real happy today. We've also got Solomon 53rd playing as Zeus. He's in the red color. And in the teal color, playing as Hades, is my teammate OP. The map is Alfheim. And it's 1-0 for KnorrsSmile. This is a very exciting game. Hades and Zeus against Zeus and Set. So we'll see if these guys know what they're doing. Set here is a very strong god. There's a lot of options. Hopefully he doesn't go for some sort of crazy shifting sand strategy, because with Hades on the enemy team, even if he goes for like Zeus, he can cast Sentinels on the Zeus town center and it gets completely shut down. I'm interested to see how this teamwork's going to work between the Zeus and the Set player, because they can play really aggressively and make do a lot of damage to their opponents, or they could play really boomy and be completely fine as well. But all that being said, my teammate OP forgets about about the storehouse interaction. If you didn't know, you build a storehouse and then you have to shift click the storehouse if it's close enough to the gold mine, because sometimes the villager will just randomly walk over to the gold mine. Okay. Villager's moving forward onto the granary. I like it. He's found some hunt. He's got some berries back here. We've got the shingles of steel. We've got the ring of Nibelgung. Nibelung. And he does pick that one up. That's a good relic. 18 free gold is a minute. It's pretty good. Also, Pelt of Argus on the map. That one's not going to be picked up. And the Tower of Cestus is here. That's also fairly decent. Grabbing some cows. Feels good. Always stealing those ones. He's very strong. Does shingles of steel nerf earthquake? Yes, of course it does. Means it's more HP that earthquake has to go through. So I guess in that regard, shingles of steel, good relic. Grab it against the Hades player for sure. But I guess you can just use the earthquake on a different player if they want, you know. And here we go. We've got the granary coming up, houses coming up, temple coming up. And another relic, Kopesh of Horus. Probably not going to be that big of a deal this game. I don't think we're going to see too many myth units. I doubt we see. Oh, actually, you know what? I wouldn't be that surprised if we see Centaur this game, just because they can run around and cause some havoc. But also, I think fast 2-town center or aggressive play here is the way to go. So either the Hades player and the Zeus player need to double down onto harassments here, or double down onto KnorrsBR here, or we go for fast 2-town centers. And we see what happens there. Got another relic in this corner. Scales of Cthulhu Pass. Not the best relic, but it does actually, it kind of gives your Titans a bit of an edge, that's for sure, because I think Titans deal crush damage. So you might win that fight a little bit easier. And also you take less damage against the against siege weapons and stuff like that against your Titan, which is fairly decent. And town center is doing its thing. I'm just waiting. We got Patar coming through. It's fairly fast. Pre 5-minute advance time, or 4-minute advance time, depending on how you think about it. So this is looking like it's going to be a fast 2 town centers. I don't see him gathering any wood. Yeah, he's not getting wood, so probably this town center is the way to go, or maybe even grab a forward town center and play super. You can play super aggressive here. KnorrsBR good. We'll see if he does that. We are seeing Hermes for harassments. No surprises there. Hermes for Solomon, and I'm assuming we'll see Athena here. Yeah, Athena. Here's something that people have brought this up to me before about why does Hades not go Ares? And the answer simply is because Restoration is so strong and it has so much versatility over Pestilence and Cyclops and the Archer upgrade that you just can't pass it up. And it's not like the rest of Athena is like that much worse than Ares either, right? Like getting out a Cyclops versus a Minotaur, it's kind of like both are okay, you know? Both are fine. And beyond that, you can also get out the super strong hack armor or the super strong armored up people from the Hades perspective, or the infantry, the hoplites. We are seeing KnorrsSmile looking for something to do with these units here. Vision comes down. He's using it onto red here, and we see him just stealing the cows. Fair enough. Why not? And oh no, he's gonna lose a bunch of these animals. Probably worth it to trade him, to be honest. There's a lot of food here, a lot of potential hunt, but not happening. And we're going for the second town center. Super late second town center though. And we are seeing Centaur coming out now for harassments number 1. That is the Sylvan Law. Centaur coming out. And do we see the same for Solomon? Yeah, Solomon doing exactly the same. But this is a big problem actually for Solomon not having cows. He has one, but generally speaking, when we do these Centaur plays, it's pretty huge to have the cows, because that means you can start putting villagers over onto these and you're in a good position. But KnorrsSmile finally puts the ring of Nibelung into his temple. That's actually a lot of gold that he missed out on just by not putting it in straight away. But 2 town centers for my teammate OP, 2 town centers for KnorrsSmile. This is actually in the favor of the Hades player here, because he didn't really have to put much effort into getting this town center, whereas KnorrsSmile has used his vision and his shifting sands already. But he will have all of these cows to eat, all these cows over here to eat as well as the berries. So he should be able to pump villages really nicely here. And we'll see what happens. Village bashing away at the gold mines. No military buildings just yet up for harassments. He's going to be searching around with these Centaur. Obviously, you can't really go for the military buildings if you get the 2 town centers. 2 town centers now up for Solomon. I like this, that he has not overcommitted to the Centaurs. He's only made 2 of them. Oh, he's going to get spotted. He does get spotted, and this Centaur just completely bugs out. But he does pick off 1 Centaur pole mark there. And that's really, really big. And now we have to see walls getting thrown up now for Solomon. We'll see if he can defend against this, or if harassments can get any pickoffs. It's going to be really important to see that he does this. And he's 4 villages on favor right now. So it's kind of overcommitting to the favor. You can see he's actually sitting at 20 favor right now, without any Centaur getting pumped out. So he's looking for something to do. Jason has found this. He does get a 1 free hit, but the Centaur going to continue moving around. He's got a couple of Centaur over here that he can start searching for stuff with. Just going to group his Centaur up and just look for something to pick off. KnorrsSmile and both these town centers doing their thing. Yeah, someone grabbed Kopesh indeed. It's just chilling on those of the Sphinx. Someone did grab Kopesh. There it is. As his heroes do quite a bit. He's moving forward, looking for something. He's going to put it back into his temple. Bulk gold power getting used on the Chiron there and picking off a villager. Be searching for some more villagers to pick off. I think it's really important that harassments kills off. Like, he needs to get like at least 5 villager kills with all these Centaur. At the very minimum, 5 villager kills. Otherwise, he's just going to be behind on the economy. You see that the farm's coming in now for harassments. Eating his hyena. I like it, but it's Odysseus throwing his arrows, but Centaur can just basically pretend like he doesn't exist with 6.5 speed. Wall's coming up. I'm going to be finding some villagers here. This is going to be huge, picking off my teammate OP's villagers. And he should be able to pick off both villagers. You can see he's actually marked that perfectly. 2 Centaur on 1 villager, 3 Centaur on the other, and then the rest of those Centaur pick off the rest of the HP. Jason coming in for Solomon, chasing these down. He doesn't have... Well, I guess Kopesh of Horus went to harassments, so not going to be able to pick up these guys off. Solomon not paying attention. Could be picking off this Centaur a little bit, but they're just running into each other. And it's just a real blast for my teammate. I missed that one. My teammate OP. That's actually I mean, it's not as good as it looks. 10% negative villager cost going down to 45. Not as good as it looks, but it's still a pretty helpful relic in the grand scheme of things. If you're at 40 villagers about now, maybe you're probably at 50 villagers, so saving maybe like 150 food on your villagers. So fair enough. Right, it's all here. Nice defensive setup right now for my Solomon OP. Yeah, they've got the walls up. They're getting 3 town centers here, and we're just going for the gigantic boom, playing for that late game. And I think this is going to go in their favor right now because Happy Smile cannot afford to get this town center just yet. And this army, or this Zeus from Solomon, is just going to get to the Mythic Age first, go through Hephaestus, get the upgrades first, and then be able to do a timing attack on this town center before Happy Smile can get going as well. And I don't think these Centaur have done enough work. Like, he can find some villages still. He still has, I mean, he still has the possibility of inflicting some serious damage, but I just feel like it has not been done this game. And I love that Solomon faked or went slightly into the center and then decided to back off it as he saw Solomon going for it. Did I say Solomon here? Solomon and Happy Smile. Happy Smile, I can't talk. And he's almost picked off another centaur. He does pick off 2 centaur for 1. Nice trade there. Really well played. That's going to hurt Happy Smile quite a bit. And he's going for his 3rd town center right now. You see Solomon, 53. He's got 60 population, but the majority of that is villages. And he can start spamming out units fairly soon right now. My teammate OP, on the other hand, he has to be more concerned about this impending ancestors that is going to be coming in, because Scorpion Man here, Nephthys here, it's kind of hard for the Hades player to defend against these Scorpion Men if he loses this Ajax and loses his Chiron. It is a difficult situation. We do see the Priest of Pharaoh coming in, trying to pick off this Ajax, and the Scorpion Man does live, so we'll be able to heal that one back up to full HP if he wants to. Sometimes people who aren't Egyptian mains forget that this is a possibility. You see the Priest re-healing this one. Pharaoh definitely heals faster, but what can you do? Just going to be sitting up on this little location here, and does pick off the Minotaur instantly there. The Scorpion Man dies as well. And this is looking like KnorrsSmile has to retreat. And we are seeing Solomon trying to bash down this gate. The Odysseus is doing some work on the centaur, but I think Solomon for this point is just happy to defend. Military academies coming down now. I like that. Very important. And these chariot archers going to be retreating for the time being. We do have these gold mine villages moving away, going on to farms. Like KnorrsSmile needs some food. Yeah, he's really short. Does he have plow? No plow. He's got Shadoof, but he doesn't have plow. Is it incoming? Yes, it's incoming. So it's fine. Husbandry plow coming in. Must have just started farms or something. You have to kind of peter into farms. It's kind of important. If you don't do it, then you find yourself in a really poor position. The chariot archers focusing down the Chiron, but my team might have been nice reaction now. Now we've got the medium Hippocons doing a lot of damage into these chariot archers without a tank unit here to defend against this. These chariots get picked off like nothing. These villagers need to probably run here. Now, this is the Scorpion Man coming in, but it's a little bit too late. And with Ajax and Chiron at full HP, the Scorpion Man will die very fast. You need to focus down the Ajax and the Chiron first. Oh, not microing very well for KnorrsSmile, but he is after that Ajax as he's getting taken down to half HP while he's running away. So well played there, but still, the boom battle coming on over here for Solomon and Happy Smile. We do see Apollo coming in for Happy Smile and Apollo coming in for Solomon, but it's only 20 seconds or 20% different, or 10% different, not even 20% different. Yeah, just 10%. So like 6 seconds different there, right? So even though Happy Smile has gotten out all of these centaurs, he's not actually as far behind as you think. I'm not sure why Solomon is so far behind on that. Simply poor macro decision there. Now the army is ready to push forward. He needs siege towers here. This could be a really big all-in. There is a ceasefire that can be used for the ancestors actually. So not going to be able to get too much out of it. But with siege towers, you can start really pushing into this Hades, doing a lot of damage to him. Am I dropping frames? Really? It doesn't say that I'm dropping frames. That feels bad. Hopefully it's not so bad. keep letting me know if that's happening or not. Happy Smile does invoke the underworld power, and he's going straight for this town center. Look at all of these hoplite. This may force an ancestors here. There's a lot of centaur already over here, and the underworld from Happy Smile coming in as well. Ancestors comes in, and that's definitely going to be a ceasefire. Surely, always try and take the town center down first. I don't think he's going to be able to get it down. This is not going to be working at all. We do see that this army is now going to be... There's an Indian lion here, though. Not going to be using ceasefire is maybe a mistake, but it does prevent the town center for everyone there. There's the restoration. Restoration huge. All of those Hippocon were on low HP, and they're all back up to full HP. And he's going to actually be able to defend against this without use of ceasefire, without losing this one. But Happy Smile is making his way in as well, and he's doing real work with this Zeus army. And he's returning back to his base. Going to be defending against this hoplite attack here. There's so many hoplite, but the villagers immediately coming out here. Mason's coming through. The heavy Toxotes is coming in here, but will it be enough if these villagers can just get attacked or something? That's going to be really important, but it's looking like this is all in from Solomon. Not what I expected at all, but we'll see if he can take it down. He's not running away, and this town center is really slow. KnorrsSmile does get through to the Mythic Age through Horus now, so he should be able to use that somewhere. Fairly useful, but now the hoplite down to only 10 with 11 villagers repairing this town center. It's going to be up for a while now. Still more hoplites are streaming in, and it is going to be going down. We can still use ceasefire if he wants. He's got this town center up now, so no problem with the ceasefire at this point. And Architects coming in as the building's sitting at 50 HP. The villagers run out of resources for the time being, but how many resources did you just spend taking that town center down? It's not worth. Solomon takes the town center down, but he loses probably about 1,000 resources in infantry compared to only the 700 of the settlement, maybe even more than that. He's only got like 9 hoplite left. And we are seeing him sitting at 100 population right now compared to Happy Smiles 145. And Happy Smiles is going to be going Mythic Age really soon. I don't see a market anywhere for him. But now he's returning onto KnorrsSmile's town center. Villagers coming through, and this is looking like a desperate attempt to take this town center down while he's pushing through. My teammate OP is holding quite nicely. He's actually in a really good position. Solomon just needed to keep going here without that. He just needed to go straight to the Mythic Age and he would have been fine, but he just threw away so many units. The heavy Toxotes are following this hoplite army around, and this is just not working out for my Solomon OP. The villagers are returning back to home, and he may look to go for the town center, but with the heavy Toxotes out, the Hippocon out, it's just looking very disastrous. The tornado does take down this fortress, and that's huge. These chariot archers taking down the villagers. Hippocon doing their thing over here as well. And that's gigantic fortress. Trying to get back up for my teammate OP. We'll see what they can do, but I'm sure we're going to be seeing... Oh, we're seeing Hera from Solomon at this point. Oh, this is all in as anything I've ever seen from Solomon. You can lightning storm this army here, pick off every single one of them and go for the town center. But Hephaestus is coming in for Happy Smile, so he just has to survive here. And then he comes out with a gigantic lead in terms of armory upgrades, because we can see right here, they've only got copper weapons, copper shields for Solomon. He's moving his hoplite over here. Maybe going to go for a double onto KnorrsSmile, try and push, get the town center back, get 3 town centers each. My teammate OP not going to the Mythic Age just yet, still sitting in the Heroic Age. He's having to spend a lot of resources onto these Hippocon. And even the hoplite coming out now. We're not seeing any of those Hades archers coming through for my teammate OP, which could be actually really useful against these chariot archers, because they're very good indeed. Medusa here though, the hoplite coming in, there's only 10 of them. With the Pharaoh here as well, and 4 villages, it's actually kind of enough to repair against this. But we'll see, he can use Lightning Storm here. Pick off this entire set army. We'll see if he uses it. There is a Migdal Stronghold too. We'll be able to save 10 of them. And there is the Lightning Storm. Well, both of the army bunches up right here. This is the best possible use you could get out of this Lightning Storm. And even if it is the best use, He's not actually able to pick off all of Happy Smile's units, but KnorrsSmile are going to be losing quite a few. These hoplite going to be falling though, and we are seeing my teammate OP coming in and helping, but Happy Smile is in here now, ready to help out. He's probably got the armories coming in, probably got Forge of Olympus, probably spamming out those armory upgrades really soon. And that's going to be a difficult situation for him. But KnorrsSmile are still alive, did not lose this town center, trying to spam out the mercenary, spamming out that trade route with a almost good market. Come all the way over this corner here. Becomes a good market, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Look at this. What is this? 48 gold? That can't be right. Only 48? 129 gold for those camel caravans, which is very, very good indeed. Bolt coming in for Solomon. I don't know where he used it though. Oh, over here. On a Colossus. Fair enough. Champion infantry coming out for Solomon. Having to go Harassments now, and that's a really nice nice deck choice to change into that, or army composition choice, because this means that when the armies combine, the chariot archers of KnorrsSmile combined, these champion Harassments of Solomon are going to be really, really weak to that, because they've only got 18% pierce armor, and they've even got lower HP than the hoplites, I think. 115. Actually, I got more HP, so I tell a lie. Bellerophon out for Solomon as well. It's going to help him out a bit. We'll see if he can do some damage. But Happy Smile and Nord's going to be making a push into the Hades army. But this is Hades we're talking about here. He can defend for a really long time because he has that extra HP. Something like 25% building HP is nothing to be sneezed at. Here we go. All of these buildings are going to be falling eventually, but actually Heliopolis is out, so that's going to be able to deal with this catapult. Earthquake now coming down for my teammate OP. We're trying to take this location down, but it's really not doing that much damage at all. These buildings are so strong with architects right now. He doesn't even pick any, he only kills off 2 buildings. That earthquake did nothing. But maybe he can make a push in and try and take the town center down with all of these Harassments. I don't know. It looks like this is probably going to be too much for him. I don't think that Solomon can really make this push happen, but he may be able to. If he does pick off this town center, it's going to be a really difficult situation for KnorrsSmile to be in, because he has to retask all of those camel caravans onto a separate town center, so he slows it down quite a bit. Really, really nice side build from Solomon right now with this Metropoli coming down. There's not a lot he can do to stop this. We've got the watchtowers coming in. All of those Harassments have been picked off though. And now we've got Petropoli out for Happy Smile. Happy Smile also getting out of Bellerophon. They can jump this forest here and pick off that Petropoli. So really nice play here from Happy Smile, able to survive this. And my teammate OP just continually getting pushed back. We've got the catapults now targeting down the town center of my teammate OP, trying to build out the Perseus. But there is a Hippocon over here. But the champion Spearman, they're in here right now. He could probably get out the Horus upgrades in order to help out a little bit more with this. Finally seeing some Toxotes coming out from my teammate OP, but they are complete base Toxotes with bronze armor. So they're not weak, but they're not strong by any measure. He needs to get out medium, or probably get out like at least heavy archers for them to really do some stuff. But it's looking like the town center just about to fall. This army right here, or this location, is probably going to fall as well. We've got the double Colossus taking this down. Even if you get Bellerophon in to help out with this one, these Colossus take a lot of hits in this town center, not even close to falling. The Harassments for Solomon now coming in, but you know what? I think my teammate OP is making some really good trades right now with this army, and KnorrsSmile may not be able to keep pushing here. If my teammate OP can get this town center back, he's going to be able to push back with absolute fury. Because if we check out the armory upgrades right now, it's only bronze armor and weapons for KnorrsSmile, whereas my teammate OP is moving into iron weapons and Heliopolis. It's a really hard army to deal with for Egyptian. So we'll see if we can make that happen. If you can get that town center, it's going to be absolutely gigantic. And we'll see if he can do that or not. But Fortress still trying to get up. Solomon is going to be the one who needs to somehow survive here. We're seeing him actually not doing too bad, managing to get a lot of really good trades here. But as this game goes on, the upgrades for Happy Smile are going to start coming in. You can see he's got Forge of Olympus. So we'll see if we can do some stuff with that. Bellerophon going to come in and pick off that Medusa though. Surely you just kill off the Medusa. One click. Click on it. And we do see ceasefire for Happy Smile. Preventing all these fortresses from coming up. Letting KnorrsSmile get his upgrades, his much needed upgrades. When ceasefire starts, at the very beginning, cancel every single one of your military units. Very important. Get all your upgrades and then at about 15 seconds or 10 seconds, start training your units again. That way you get peak amount of upgrades in during the ceasefire. It's very important. And during the ceasefire, we should see the champion units coming in for my teammate OP, which is going to be huge for him. While Knorrs gets back all of his units and gets some upgrades himself, he's going to have to deal with iron upgraded Hades army, which is huge, to be honest. It is going to have like the Artemis as well upgrade. Doesn't have, I don't think he went Apollo, because I saw Nemean Lion, so he won't have Sun Ray, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here, but surely we see champion upgrades coming in for my teammate OP during this. I haven't actually seen it just yet, but maybe he couldn't afford it. Let's just click this. Yeah, champion infantry, engineers, crenellations coming in for my teammate OP. So he's actually looking to transition into infantry here. I would much prefer to see him making hoplite than the Hippaspis, because the hoplite, they beat the spearmen and they beat the catapults, whereas the and they tank the chariots, whereas the Hippaspis, they just lose to the chariots and the towers. It's just not as good as hoplites. But we'll see what happens here. Looking like my teammate OP's gotten his army back, but still sitting at medium Hippaspis, and this side build is absolutely gigantic for Solomon. Actually going to be able to take down this town center here. How is this at all happening? How is Happy Smile not able to defend against this one? And he has managed to take the town center down. So now it's literally just, can the Hades player defend against the onslaught that is a set late game here with 4 town centers, with mercenary, with a gigantic trade route. But the trade route has been thwarted for the time being, has to retask them over onto this town center. And the trade route here to this town center is not that big at all. We are going to be seeing him move it to the front of his town center, which is a smart move. That's probably his better option, but shouldn't retask that market down into the corner there just to get us the max amount of resources here. But I'm seeing this, and I think that, he's grabbing the town center. That's huge for Solomon. Solomon now going to be 4 town centers. He's got all of these metropoli here. He's going to have an extra 20 population to play with. And he's got a gigantic army here of Hippaspis. We'll see what he can do. He should start thinking about getting out something more. We're seeing walls coming up now for Solomon, trying to set up to grab this town center. I love this during the ceasefire. It's exactly what you need to do. So this is really, really good for Solomon here and my Solomon OP. The team, we'll see what he can do, but we are having some military buildings getting thrown up to just break the walls down. More walls coming up for Solomon OP. He's looking to see if there's a gap here, but there is not a gap here. But he may be able to kill off the market, maybe. That looks like a market. It could die. Maybe throw, I'm not sure what you can do there. Probably nothing. We'll see what happens. We'll see if... Oh, we got the walls coming up for KnorrsSmile though, but there's a couple of Hippocon in here. The Helioplay will be able to pick off these walls instantly. Look at that. They don't stand a chance at all. Pick those ones off super fast. The cavalry in here as well, going to be taking down these catapult really fast. Need to repair this incredibly fast. He only has maces. Needs to get architects against these catapults. But the Chimera, the heavy Hippocon, going to be doing work. We do have champion Toxotes here, and again Knorrs really starting to get those upgrades coming in. Little by little, Knorrs is going to be getting the upgrades, and the longer this game goes on, the harder it's going to be for my teammate OP to hold on here. But the question is going to be, can Solomon here defeat the army that Happy Smiles has created right now? He doesn't have, well, he does have pretty decent armory upgrades, and actually he's kind of better armor upgrades even with Hera right now. So we'll see if he can do that. Now the Bellerophon going to come in and actually clean up this army here, or clean up these heavy Toxotes. Actually, it's not that good for it. What's Solomon sitting at? Only 163 population. The Hippaspis are on top of Solomon's Petropoli. You need to keep these guys safe. Got some Hippaspis coming in, and the units are doing a lot of work right now. So that's really good for him, but Knorrs has not managed to push through just yet. Still throwing up these these towers here. Is he sitting at full population? 169 pops, so he can't actually maintain the full population. Whereas my teammate OP is basically sitting there. We just have to see him throwing up watchtowers. That's the big problem I'm seeing right now for my teammate OP. He needs some towers to deal with the population deficit he's under. And not only that, it's also the mercenary onslaught that is coming his way as well. So we'll see if he can hold on here. Nice fire breath onto those villagers there. He needs to get some Toxotes to pick off that pharaoh as well, will be really important. But while this is all going on, it's looking like the defense from Happy Smile is crumbling as these guys are pushing through. Military academy going down. This fortress is trying to go up. We've even got Medusa here as well to pick off the Colossus for Happy Smile. Really nice play. Need to keep that alive. It takes 20 seconds, I think, to recharge. So needs to wait up on that one and then pick off this Colossus. And then keep taking out houses and keep making his push forward. There's really not a lot that he can do to defend against this. And then the walls can just come back up. He's got stone walls here. These are really tough walls to pick off, but we are seeing the hometown center of my teammate OP is starting to fall here, and there is a catapult that's on it, and Solomon 53, tactical pause. Tactical pause, indeed. We'll see if that will become an issue for him. He still doesn't have architects, which makes me a little bit concerned for him. It's just really difficult to pick off this catapult here. Maybe if he gets the Heliopolis to target it down. He's got 14 villagers repairing this at the moment. It might be even a half decent idea to send maybe 20 population that Solomon has over here to help out. 20 population in Harpaspis, so 10 Harpaspists. And then you're still 160 population here against 140 population. And we'll see what happens. There's no god powers left, so this is just all against the clock here. So I think my teammate OP should be able to hold this. He really should be able to hold this. So we'll see if that happens or not. It's actually a really good game. I thought for sure there was a moment there where Knorrs and Happy Smile had this, but it seems like Solomon's managed to make a gigantic comeback here, but it's not going to be it. Now a second catapult, a third catapult coming in. This town center is going down. 100% this town center is going down, and I don't think that Solomon's going to be fast enough here. Maybe he is. Maybe we just let this town center die, and you grab this town center and you start going for the back of his base. Taking out all of this location here would be pretty big. But we'll see if he can make the push in. And then this town center is falling here. And now we're turning from 140 pop Hades army, which is fairly scary to deal with, into 120 pop Hades army, which is kind of nothing. We're seeing a fortress coming up now for my teammate OP. Not throwing down many towers at all. That's the big problem I'm seeing. And we're seeing more military academies come down. My teammate OP just needs to survive here. He needs to make this absolute hell for Knorrs BR to push through. Prevent this town center from going up for as long as you possibly can. Towers, guard towers going up, everything, everywhere is really important. Get the Chimera out, pick off the Pharaoh, pick off all of these siege, and you're in a good position. Solomon, on the other hand, needs to get the walls pushing forward and get some towers going into this location like he did over here. That is imperative here. Otherwise, he's just not going to be able to do this. If we check out Solomon here, he's got the wood in the bank and not the gold here. It looks like he's actually struggling for gold. He's not retasked the camel caravans. That's really bad. He's got a really nice town center he can send them to, though, with that market, but he's not actually doing it. Sending a trade route to your own town center does limit your gold income, but it's worth it if it's far enough away, whereas this town center is probably not far enough away for it to be that much of a bonus. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, he's clashing here. Capaspis moving forward. Still making Capaspis tiers. So many. I think it's correct, but man. It's just like you never see these units, but I guess a Greek war, Zeus war, that you do see them. Because normally you'd be seeing Myrmidon or something like that. But the army of my teammate OP is starting to flood in here. And even with these champion units from my teammate OP, he's got a lot of resources in the bank. It's just buildings getting thrown up at this point, and he's just trying to hold on for dear life. And Solomon just Just not able to do anything right now. He's actually leaving Happy Smile. Not able to pick off Happy Smile. And he's going to be going for elsewhere. We've got the Happy Smile's got some fortress set up here. Picking off the sideboard from my team at OP. Did not notice that one at all. We'll see that. Yeah, maybe if we can see some infantry coming or some cavalry coming in to pick off these catapult. There's so many catapult here and they just pick off these buildings so quickly. Trade route from my teammate OP about to be falling. He still has a gold mine here, which luckily is out of line of sight from KnorrsSmile. And KnorrsSmile still spamming those mercenary out. He's got 800 gold in the bank, so he's totally fine to do that. And we've got Solomon going for the town center of KnorrsSmile, but there's champion harassments. This is a desperation effort if I've ever seen one, but he may be able to take the town center down. Villagers are all repairing it. The Heliopoli doing work, but they're about to fall down to only one Heliopoli of damage and still 1,000 HP left on this town center. There's no way that one goes up, but yeah, it's looking grim right now for Team My Solomon OP. The fortresses have gone down now. Happy Smile with the impeccable defense. And KnorrsSmile are able to just push through here and take everything down. As the units flooding in from my teammate OP, maybe able to pick off some of these catapults and slow this down even more. But a fortress coming in over here. Maybe if you can target down this location here and pick this all off, you may be able to do some stuff. Heliopolis from Solomon going for the town center yet again. But villagers chasing it. Just sending Heliopolis is not going to be enough because these villagers can just come off here and start taking these ones down. We are seeing some units getting queued up, but no reaction just yet. The champion and pacifist are after this as well. With the Bellerophon about to get picked off as well. And Happy Smile and my teammate, or Happy Smile and KnorrsSmile are still pushing forward. The villagers can probably grab this town center as well soon. But it's looking like my teammate OP has managed to get out quite a few units here. Even seeing only 100 population after losing all of those villages. It looks like he's actually got only a few villages left. That's why he's got so many units out, which is actually kind of a smart move. You kind of lean on your opponent's economy a little bit, get a little bit of feeding going on from Solomon. We'll see if that can do anything. But now the pacifist taking down a fortress for Solomon. Got the camel caravans so many of them. Is he still building him by chance? Surely not. Nah, he's not. Okay. Now the town center's going up, but my teammate OP is smart enough to be going after Cleopatra. He's sure he slows this town center down as much as he possibly can. Off the villagers, very, very good. And the infantry get greeted. The villagers should just get back onto that town center. Pharaoh will rejoin. And this town center should get up. And once it's 5 town centers for KnorrsSmile, it's looking difficult. And Solomon's just all desperation going for this town center when there's already all of these here. But the wall's coming up, maybe? No sort of side push here. Heliopoli coming in to try and take down some of these guard towers. There is no units over here for Happy Smile. So that's looking good. We'll see if we can do something. But KnorrsSmile gets his 5th town center right now. And he's got eyes on the last town center of my teammate OP, who's desperation trying to throw up guard towers over here. But with 4 catapult, a couple of scorpion men, it's going to be difficult. These Gastrophetes coming out. Not sure what you're going to do with Gastrophetes here. This catapult going after the town center as well. Sitting at 3,000 HP. It's going to be going down. And I don't see Red able to push through here at all. There's enough units to just delay the Heliopoli. And even though he's got it onto the town center now with one of them, just too many units here for him. The stone gate, it's up. He's trying to set up a box here. If he gets the box up, that'll be pretty good. But a box against Greek is not as good against different civilizations. Against Zeus, sorry. Because he's got the Bellerophon that can jump in there and pick off those catapults that start coming in. But the town center does fall now for my teammate OP. And there's only 100 population left for him. And he's going to start losing these houses all over again. He's even running out of wood as well onto his last tree over here. Feels bad. And the gold might appear. Oh, we managed to pick up the town center though. We missed that. Nice play from my teammate OP. But I'm gonna pick off the storehouse and then everything else will fall and get this town center back up. And just as we thought this game was over, there's a glimmer of a chance here for my Solomon OP, but the villagers gathering this one up, Petropoli coming in. This is going to be a hard town center to hold on to here. Here it goes. Bellerophon doing... Oh, not using Bellerophon correctly here. You need to use Bellerophon to take down these Petropoli. Picking off other things is just not worth it. But he's going for it. He's going to take this town center down. And this town center is also down. But now there's no gold income for my teammate OP. And only one town center. He's actually jumping onto this temple. Maybe going to just build out Minotaur or something like that. Not sure. Not sure what the go is there. But it's looking like Norse BR going for his town center over here, and he's going to get 6 town centers. But the town center for Happy Smile has fallen. Some gold colossus coming out now, though, so he's going to be able to clean up this fairly easily because there's no Medusa here. He needs to have the Medusa to do basically stop these colossus, because none of Zeus's heroes are good at picking off tank myth units like the Colossus, like the Hecagigantes, like the Frost Giant. And you need to get out those Medusa to deal with them. We're seeing the guard tower going down now. And we're going to be able to push through here. And there's the Medusa. Obby doesn't micro it. And the Bellerophon picks it off in 1 HP. So nice play there. Town Center going to come back up now for Happy Smile. And it's just looking like KnorrsSmile is just way too far ahead right now. So super unlucky here for Team My Solomon OP, but they're still playing it out. As KnorrsBR's got his 5 town centers back. Villagers have picked off a lot over here, so we could do another side build and try and take this town center down again. We'll see if we can do it. But this is just the power of Hephaestus right here. The fact that Happy Smile's managed to defend. Hephaestus against Zeus is just, you need it. But the walls are like everywhere right now for Happy Smile. You can just see he's throwing stuff up everywhere. This is exactly what late game should be looking up. Just look at all of these military academies. This is what we call insanity. How many wood does he have? So many resources. He's not even building units at this point. Now the hoplites for Solomon going for this town center. He may actually take this down. It's not that many units over here. But this is an Egyptian town. He's got no gold income. Where's his gold income? Only 29 gold a camel caravan right now. Oh, he's got idle villages over here as well. Not rebuilding those. Like the town center will eventually fall here, but this is just slowing down the inevitable, surely. And now the army of Happy Smile is going to be taking down this town center. And once Solomon doesn't have his 4th town center here, it's going to be lights out for him. It's looking like the Heliopolis is going to be going down. The Gold Colossus coming in. There is a Medusa here, but you know, she can only really stop one of them. Whereas, well, she can stop 2 of them, but it takes 40 seconds. And there is a Heracles over here to chase the Medusa away. You can see he doesn't do a lot of damage to her, but it's enough to make her run away. And there's 4 Colossus here to take this town center down. Trying to micro this Medusa matriarch around, but I think the recharge time. What's the thing? It's just HP that you get for the Medusa. He does manage to take down both of those 2 Colossus, but there's still 2 left, and now he's got an eye on the next town center. And while this is all going, it's looking like KnorrsBR is still not able to control this town center. And my teammate OP's actually got his town center back while this is all going down. Somehow my teammate OP and Solomon are managing to reclaim resources or like position on the map. Solomon trying to get his town center back, but the gold colossus are coming in. So many villagers are here. There's just no military over here for Solomon. What's his resources? Doesn't really have many resources in the bank. It's a 155 population though. Try and get the town center up. The colossus is just going to make an end to that. Probably should have thrown up some towers instead of the settlement before going for it. It's just the wave of colossus now coming in for Happy Smile, going after this town center. There is no Medusas coming out. Or he's trying to get this out. Monstrous Rage? What does that do? Myth unit, normal attack damage. I don't know why you would get that. Just saying. It doesn't do anything. But see, Bellerophon's out and you can see how much damage he does. It's quite a bit, but it's so slow. And by the time this town center's down, it's just not going to be able to pick it off. It's just not enough to pick off Gold Colossus. It's so strong. Now we're going for the 4 town center Solomon down to a 2 town center Solomon. Happy Smile's army is just infinitely better with all of the Colossus here. And Solomon taps out. My teammate OP is going to be soon to follow. GG. Well played by KnorrsSmile. Or Team KnorrsSmile. That's KnorrsBR and Happy Smile the first. GG. Well played. What a start. That was a first round game. That's an awesome game. Really cool series. These guys played really nicely. Wouldn't be surprised to see this team go on to the finals if I'm not mistaken about their skill. I think we do reveal at the end as well, but we'll see. GG. Alrighty. We jump out and move into the next game. Thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate you guys.